Would you go for 70 degrees thermoplastic?
That's the only option you've got there, isn't it? Because it says a general purpose thermoplastic. So we're looking at the column that says 70 degree thermoplastic, which is the third column. Can you see that? You all with me? So we follow that table down until we hit the line that's for 35 degrees centigrade. And what factor can you lot see? 0.94. Can you all see that? If you can't see it, speak now. Okay. So my CA is going to be 0.94. Okay. So I'm going to put a tick here so I know I've done that one. Okay. What's next?
CC.
Okay.
So that's going to be 1.
Yeah, so I wouldn't worry about listing out all of them. Okay, let's look at the key details that we've picked out and go, which one there is going to have an environmental factor to us? Grouping factor is one of them, isn't it? Okay. All right, so looking here, who can find this table for CG? Should be on the next page. You all found table 4C1? Page 396? Okay. So what reference method are we looking at for this?
It's 2 in it, no? Probably 1 year. 1 year. 1. I would say 1.
Key thing it was saying was reference method C, wasn't it? Clip direct. Okay.
To the side of the joist.
To the side of the joist with one other circuit. Okay. So where was it?
Where do make a difference because they're all 1?
Number of circuits or multi-core cables. So is it just one circuit there? There's 2 circuits, isn't there? So you need to move across the next column. Okay. I would say we're mostly looking at reference method C because it's clip direct. So we'd be looking at the 0.85. Okay.
So there's 2 there.
It says 2. Remember, it's in the wording here. It will catch people out because they like to do this in all the exams. It's with one other similar cable in the roof. That's the hint that it's there with one other circuit. So you're now no longer looking at one circuit there, you're now looking at 2 circuits.
What did you say? 0.8?
Well, what's the reference method going to be?
0.85.
Yeah, but according to this, it's
It'd be embedded in the installation.
What is in the air or
See, I would have gone more for reference method C. What have they gone for on this?
they've gone for number 1.
Yeah, it's number 1, that's what. Embedded.
0.8. Oh, they have gone for number 1. Yeah, I'll take them on that. They've gone for number 1. Okay, I'm not infallible. Personally, when they start saying clip direct, I'd actually go more for reference method C, since reference method C is clip direct. Okay, that's the finite point between thinking of A to F covers everything. But then for C and E, they then also go, you might also want to consider these ones as well. Okay, so we've got 0.8 for that. Okay, what other factors have we got involved in this? Okay, what other factors? What protective device have we got?
Semi-enclosed fuse.
Semi-enclosed fuse, which is related to regulation 539. looking for now.
No, 5.
No, it's regulation 539. What's 539, wasn't it?
151.
What's 539, wasn't it? Where was it? 4 not. Four, three, three.
We look at page 433.
433.1.202, which is on page 89.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. So that states that where the protected device is a semi-enclosed fuse to BS 3036, compliance with the condition of regulation 433.1.1 is affordable, and the rating current size of IN does not exceed 0.725 times the current carrying capacity of the IZ. So our factor that we're going to apply to this is 0.725.
Where are you
Okay.
reading that again? Which one was that?
Regulation 433.1.202,
202.
about halfway down the page.
202.
Yeah, much of you.
Okay, and then the last thing it said about was thermal insulation, which is looking at regulation 523.9, which you will find on page 143, and the table we need is actually on 144. Okay? Okay, so how much insulation is this going to be affected by?
100 mil.
100 mil because of the depth of the joist. Okay, what's the factor that I'm going to be using off of this?
0.78.
0.78. Okay. Okay, so what we can now do is we can now apply these factors to our rating of our protected device.
That only stated that you clip to the side of the joist. You're assuming that it's clipped to the bottom of the side of the joist with that.
It said that it was affected by the insulation, didn't it?
Okay, so it would be the bottom. You go on.
So you can't, because of the fact that it is trapped in the insulation, you will take the worst case scenario, won't you? Do you know if it's clipped in the dead centre? Is it clipped near the top? Is it clipped near the bottom? You take the worst case scenario, you won't be too badly affected by the calculation. You'll actually make it safer by taking it by the worst case scenario. Okay, any questions on that? Right, someone want to run that through a calculator?
75.2.
What does it equal?
75.2. That's what I got.
That looks awfully high.
My first was like it wrong. Try it again.
Someone else want to try and give it a go on the calculation?
Can you check all the I got 55. What do you think is in 55?
£70.54.
Oh, wait. No, I see where I went wrong on mine.
Huh?
I see where I went wrong.
Where did you go wrong?
I did 32 out of 30, because we're using your fuse wires.
32 does make a difference.
Yeah. That's where I went wrong.
Okay. So we're looking for a cable that's going to be able to carry a current of 70.2 amps. Okay. So we can now go to Appendix 4 in the regulations. Okay, and we can start looking at the cables.
Go to what, sorry, appendix?
Appendix 4, we need to find the table which is for flat profile cable. Single core, multi-core, multi-core. Flat profile cable. You'll find that on page 409.
Is this for CS? Sorry, is this for CS? Okay, the cable is installed for ground.
No.
What we're working on then, sorry?
We've just worked out the IT.
Yeah.
So we now need to look at the cable current carrying capacity tables and have a look at those and see which cable will be suitable for carrying this current.
And it's 70.2 amps, is that right?
70.2 amps. So when looking at that table, can you all see it?
Which one, sorry?
The top one, bottom one.
The bottom one, page 409.
10 mil?
You won't get anything there.
But what reference method did I say it was? Reference method C.
Yeah.
What's the current carrying capacity of a reference method C?
But that doesn't take into account the installation.
Yeah. Got the insulation applied.
Is it 2.5? Is it? No. 10 mil.
10 mil can take 64 amps. So it can't take a 10 mil. It's got to be 16 mil, hasn't it?
85.
If you take it to reference method 100,
Oh, you got 16.
Because
you could take it that way, but then you're going to have to put a 25 mil cable in. Twin and earth cable will not be rated up to that rating.
but you're not going to get
It's the choice of the designer on what reference method they go with. Right? It's an argument between the both of them because it's clipped, isn't it? Okay. It's not just laid in the insulation, it's actually fixed and clipped. So there's no movement in the cable. So it's here, it's 50-50 which one you want to go for.